Hi, ECFE families, and welcome to week 3 of ECFE Learning from a Distance. This week is actually the National Week of the Young Child, as celebrated since the early 70s from the National Association of the Education for Young Children. So I'm going to be putting up a little bit of posts, one each day this week, talking about some fun things you can do with your children and why we would choose to do those. Today, Monday, is Music Monday. So I'm going to share a little presentation that I have about how you can get more music in your home and what music does for you and your children as you are participating in that together. So I'm going to share my screen. This always takes a few minutes. All right, so we want to talk about how we connect music, movement, and learning while we're still at home. Most of you know the power of music to children is just amazing. Children love to sing, make music, and move to the beat. They build their sense of competency when they learn a new song, when they invent a new dance, or they can shake a tambourine, beat on a drum. All of that makes them feel more capable to be able to influence the world around them. And learning happens as children explore and play with music. They get math skills from the rhythms and recognizing the patterns. They get literacy skills from the language that's built and the words that are being learned. And they get social studies background as they're learning some of the different cultures that there are, different ways that we have always related with our families through the ages. All of those skills are built in through music and movement with our children. Infants especially help to learn through music exploration. Singing helps young children develop that special bond with their caregivers as they learn to recognize familiar voices. Language in itself is very sing-song if you stop to listen to it. And I think it's pretty natural. Most of us kind of speak in almost a sing-song voice to our children sometimes. Music, this is a little early childhood teacher secret. Music helps with transitions between activities, and it helps build that comfort in routines. Just think back to like when you were a small child and you would sing that cleanup song. Everyone knew what had to happen, right? When we played the cleanup song, it was time to clean up. So that's using a little bit of a song in between to be able to signal to your children when it's time to do something, whether it's wash our hands, we sing the ABCs as we do it for the 20 seconds 2 times. All of that music is built into those routines. Infants also learn words, like I said before, language and communication skills through singing. Songs help babies learn rhythms and rhymes, which are a key component of building their language. And music also builds listening skills in our children. They love to listen to music, and of course we all want our children to listen a little bit better than they do. So music is wonderful for that. So how can we incorporate music at home this week? First, let's try to play music that is made for children. Here's some YouTube channels that we've sing songs from ECFE. Super Simple Songs is one of them. The Kaboomers is the one that does the freeze dance that we sing in class a lot of times, and the kids love it. So even though it might make you crazy to hear the baby shark, the kids love the baby shark. And sometimes you have a lot of energy in your house and maybe the weather isn't the greatest outside. A dance party is absolutely one of the best solutions. You can also check on some of the streaming music services, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music. They all have playlists for young children. I would kind of listen to those ahead of time. I know sometimes I would be, Alexa, play music for children. And sometimes I'd play songs that just because they are sung by children doesn't mean that I really believe the song is for children. So you might kind of listen a little bit ahead of time if you're concerned about some of the lyrics your child might be singing. Second here, try to sample some music from around the world. Play a variety of music and talk about the sounds you hear. Play country, play jazz, play classical music, play rock and roll, and listen to the sounds that you can hear that are different in those different music styles. For example, I might say, I hear horns, I hear a trumpet. What instruments do you hear? Do you hear drums? Or do you hear a piano? What do those instruments sound like? You're blessed if you have some of those instruments at home so kids can kind of explore with them and know what they sound like. Listen for details in music and train your children to do so too. Can they recognize rhythms? Are there new words in songs? How does the music make you feel? Does it help you relax? Does it make you have lots of energy? Talk about how music can be connected to those emotions. A third, you can make and play instruments together. Now, instruments are pretty easy to come by, children's instruments through Amazon. They'll send you it maybe, in a few weeks, probably not priority. But in the meantime, you can make shakers with dried beans inside empty plastic containers. Outdoors, two sticks beat together. That's rhythm sticks. Pan lids as cymbals, as long as you have your earplugs. Kids love jingle bells. So anything that you have that they can make music, children naturally want to be able to make those sounds. And combine some movement with your music to get, again, some of that energy out and get the whole body working together. Finally, children can learn to recognize and repeat patterns. Do you guys remember when you were in elementary school and maybe your teacher or your music teacher would do the claps, and then you would try to copy them? That's kind of a fun skill to teach your children. Remember, it increases those listening skills, and it also helps them to learn the patterns and be able to repeat those patterns, which is an important skill as they develop. So that's all I'm going to have for you today for Music Monday. I'm challenging you to go and do something musical with your kids for this week. Post up what you've done. Share with us. We'd love to see how you made some sort of great instrument. Tomorrow is going to be Tasty Tuesday. So I'll give you some ideas on why cooking is always a great thing to do with kids and different ways you can implement that in your home. All right. Take care. Stay safe. God bless you and be well.